Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday. How y'all doing? Good morning. Thank you. Hey, Julie. Thank you. Hey. All right, let's get into this read. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozine. And today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, 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 collective. How y'all doing today on this Good Friday? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me to shop at my store. All that information is in my bio description, all over my social media platforms. Wisdom Beyond Wounds. Don't forget to grab this copy of this book, Wisdom Beyond Wounds, readily available for purchase on Amazon.com. Okay? Just go on to Amazon, just type in the words Wisdom Beyond Wounds, and you'll see it. Also, if you would like to join us within the Facebook group, it's also called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. You're more than welcome to join that group. That group was created by me to help and assist the community and also the collective as well with any parts or places in your life where you may feel stuck. Okay? Remember that truth is what you need in order for you to get unstuck or to remain unstuck. All right? So let's dive deep into this read. Channel message here. Hold on, I forgot my protection. Duh. Hold on. Channel message here is they hate that you didn't return to their drama. Yeah, you got somebody fuming right now. You ain't giving them no time of day. You ain't responding to anything. You don't give a damn. You just don't. Rightfully so. They created the drama just for you, and you're not a part of it. How dare you? How dare you not be a part of their drama? How dare you not be a part of their downfall? How dare you not take the bait surrounding the chaos that they tried to give on to you? Chaos was the leash that they tried to keep around your neck. Your reactions fed their authority. Your defense kept their accusations alive. And every argument pulled you back into the arena that they controlled. They controlled the little box. This is why they try so hard to ensure they place you inside that small box. Because once you get out that box, they know it's game over, if that makes sense. So the moment you refused to step back into the noise, the performance collapsed. Silence did something they never prepared for. It left them alone with the very chaos that they created. Hi, Sweden. Drama was supposed to be tethered to you. So a narcissist used conflict as a psychological rope that keeps others emotionally tied to them. Arguments, accusations, he say, she say, them say, chaos forces people to stay engaged. Imagine this, chaos forces people to stay engaged into their chaos, defending themselves, explaining themselves, over-explaining themselves, or even reacting. The moment you refuse to return to the drama, the tether snaps. So think of it this way. There are people that have energy. Everyone has some form of an energetic cord. specifically, especially if you are wanting and you're open to connecting with others. Everyone's energy is not the best for you and vice versa. Take that how that resonates. Some people out here are very vampiric or vampirish in nature when it comes to their energy. They don't have anything to give to you, but they can take from you. So what they're going to do is they're going to tether their chaotic or chaos energy onto you, and they want you to start to feel and act in that way. So silence removes their access to your attention. And without your reaction, the conflict loses its function. So it's like, okay, we're going to look at the line as such. You are connected to one part of the line, and then they're connected to one part of the line. And they're doing everything possible to kind of like send waves of reaction through that tether of the line that they have attached to you to get you to react in a certain way. So kind of in a way, it feels like it could be more of like a puppeteering, like they have strings that they're trying to kind of like attach to you, and whatever hand or finger that they kind of like push and play around with, you're supposed to give a certain type of outcome for them. What they truly resent is not your absence from the drama, but the loss of control that the drama once gave them. Let's break this down with an example. A narcissist spreads rumors about you, expecting you to rush back into the circle to defend yourself. So when you run back into that circle, now you're going to be in that line of fire. Now they're going to be able to reattach or even attach even more energetic cords to you because they want you to stay in that chaos. So they anticipate arguments, explanations, and emotional reactions that keep the situation alive. Remember, as I mentioned to you guys before, in order for them to successfully survive in this thing called life, they need someone that is actually that's very wholesome and alive within, meaning you guys here. Somebody eating chicken nuggets. I know that's so like random, but that's what I'm tasting. Chicken nuggets and like sweet potato fries. All right. So they anticipate arguments, explanations, and emotional reactions that keep the situation alive. Instead, you say nothing and you move forward with your life. Over time, the people watching begin to notice something unsettling. The person creating the noise is the only one still performing. Your silence quietly exposes the source of the chaos they hope to hide behind. Let me repeat that. Your silence quietly exposes the source of the chaos they hope to hide behind. So they create the chaos, they push the chaos onto you, and then they hide behind the chaos behind you. Isn't that something? Baby. They don't want anyone to know that they're the originator of the chaos, but they feel comfortable creating the chaos. It's like a top, right? Remember those tops back in, like, we'll say the 90s, the 80s, probably even the 70s too. I remember I had tops growing up, the little toy, and you had the string and you wound the string around the top and then you kind of like let it go in that kind of way. Like that's what it feels like here. Like they wanted you to be like this top, and anytime they're ready to kind of like restrict you or constrict you in life, they're going to use some form of a rope. The rope could be chaos. The rope could be devastation. The rope can be, again, arguments. It could be miscommunication. It could be volatile situations, whatever. But they're trying to create this toy here because they looked at you as such, as a toy or more so an object, where they can utilize the rope and kind of like spin you whenever they feel ready that they need to here. But again, your silence quietly exposes the source of the chaos they hope to hide behind. So they weren't ready and they weren't anticipating the chaos that they created for them to stand exactly in the chaos that they have created. And that's what's bringing this change. Change, toil, and labor. Okay, all right, it's Friday. We going deep today. Okay, so we have change. Toil and labor is in reverse, but false person is upright. So this false person can no longer work hard at this, or they're losing steam, or they're losing energy, or they have lost time in regards to trying to keep the narrative in a certain situation. They're not able to successfully shift it in the way that they anticipated, or they actually saw. Now, I want to talk about this person's gifts, their spiritual gifts a bit, so you can kind of get a little bit more understanding as to why they did the thing that they did here. So this person at one point in time, take it how it resonates, they were either spiritual, religious, or just more so they had gifts. Okay, they did. Now, did they ever utilize their gifts for good at one point in time? Yes, they did. They did. But they realized that they felt and assumed that if they do more harm than good, that they would get more good from the harm that they have done towards others. So things happened in their life, dynamics shifted, dynamics changed within their life where they started to, we'll say, delve or dive deeper, or more so just start to live more outside of their dark space or the darker side of things. Now, when they realized that they still were able to utilize these gifts in a way, they started to utilize their gifts in a very negative or very, very haphazard way. They did, very reckless way, because they realized and they thought that because they're in the dark, that everything else would follow. So if they're in the dark, literally, meaning they have dark thoughts, dark emotions, etc., etc., they thought that that would stay. So since what they're thinking and what they're feeling, no one can see or say, then it's going to be, they will be able to be successfully, they're going to successfully be able to stay within the darkness here. And also their gifts as well too, okay? So with that being said, this person came across, you cross paths, however it resonates, saw you and noticed that you had gifts of the light or the lighter side of things, okay? Or you may tend to utilize your gifts more on the lighter side of things. Again, take it how it resonates. They knew this because of the truth that you spoke, okay? Or just the embodiment of the light that you have within yourself. They thought it was too, first off, it was too odd or too weird because they were able to recollect a time, a space and time before when they came off as you are, if that makes sense. Meaning at one point in time, they did tell the truth. At one point in time, they thought by doing the right things was the right thing to do. But because of the circumstances or experiences that they have experienced, their perception changed into something more, we'll say darker, more so sinister in that way. So they thought it would be best to utilize their gifts in that way because no one ever saw them before. They used their gifts for good. No one saw them. They use their gifts for negativity. People saw them. This is why they tend to stay or get closer to the darker side of things because number one, they feel invincible. Number two, they feel very protected. Number three, yet again, they feel like no one is going to be aware as to what they're doing. So they feel more powerful that they can kind of like jump in and jump out without like out of sight, out of mind, if that makes sense. So this false person here decided to utilize their gifts onto you. Then they thought they would have received the same response or the same outcome in regards to how they utilized their gift towards other people. Now, when they try to use their gifts onto you, a lot of things did change. Finances has changed in their life. Their mental instability has went from, we'll say, bad to worse. Their physical attributes as well too is starting to look very different. More so, they're actually looking sinister. If you've dealt with a sinister person, if you've experienced a sinister person, maybe at one point in time they may not look the part because yet again, looks could be very deceiving, right? And a sinister person is going to do everything possible to ensure that you don't see them exactly how you need to see them. Because if you see that the sinister, you get the fuck out of there. That makes sense. You get out. You're like, hell nah. But I say all that to say here, they did everything possible to keep their sinister ways hidden. And they did this through a lot of dark spirited things. Toil and labors in reverse. They worked hard until they couldn't work hard anymore, until everything just kind of falls from underneath them, okay? Someone could be from Dubai, or you could be going to Dubai, or someone could be from India, okay? I'm also hearing the country of Myanmar or Malamar bars, the candy, Malamar bars. Someone's eating oatmeal, but with potatoes. So take that how that resonates. I want to have a lot of like, you know, side messages that come in. So I guess that's just how it's going to work today. Someone loves pearls, or you're wearing a pearl necklace, or you just love pearls, or you collect pearls, or you could be going oyster, I guess diving, or I don't know the correct term for that, but I just see someone in the water collecting oysters and taking the pearls out of the oysters. I don't know the name for that, so that's what I see. Someone's eating peanuts, but you're allergic to peanuts. I'm also hearing Albany, Albany, Alberto, Alberta, Anderson, Ambersol is for like cold sores. Ambersol, I don't know if they still sell that. I'm also hearing Dimetapp. It was a medicine back from the 70s and 80s. Okay, so with this false person here, so they utilize their darker spirited parts of self, or more so the sinister parts of self here, is because they really wanted to continuously keep proving to themselves that they will always be able to stay successfully on top of anyone that they have ever crossed paths with. They don't care who it is. They will try you. It could be a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, an uncle, a foe, whoever, however, the person I'm speaking about, the sinister person, for whatever title that they reside in or that they resonate with, this is who I'm speaking about. So a sinister mother, a sinister father, brother, cousin, uncle, friend, co-worker, whatever, okay? So this sinister person here had to do everything possible to ensure that their falseness was never shown. But they did a lot of things surrounding the falsehood that they actually embody. So again, when you embody a certain type of characteristic of something or personality of something, that's what's going to show. You're embodying it because it resonates with that vibration that you're currently on. So again, let's just say that you're just normally a happy person. You like to laugh and you just like to be calm or chill or whatever. Well, that's what you embody within yourself. So that's what's going to show up over time, you know, as you go through your day-to-day or hang with people or connecting with people. They try to do everything possible because, yet again, they're on the darker side and they thought that they can hide their darker parts. So they try to mimic you in ways where they thought that they could hide their darker parts. So they try to, and this is just an example, of course, they try to mimic your ways, your cool ways or your chill ways or your relaxed ways, or maybe you're very happy or jovial, or maybe you like to crack a laugh here or there. You could be goofy, you know, whatever, however here. Something that's very, we'll say, lighthearted, light-spirited, if that makes sense. They try to match your lightheartedness or the light spirit that you may carry here because they had to do everything possible to keep you in a space where you're going to stay within the drama. In order for you, or in order for a person to get another person to stay or to starve them in drama, they have to come in very nice at first. Nice, not kind. Big difference. Let's look up the etymology of the word nice, okay, for my newcomers, because I know I have a lot of newcomers here. All right, I love to use etymology from time to time because I feel getting to the root issue of something, someone, someplace, or even a word is going to help you break it down to, you know, break it down as much as you can for you to understand why things are why the way it is, okay? A lot of people don't ask that question, why? And for the ones that do ask the question why, some just stay right there. So no, the whys over here, we breaking it down. We gonna disseminate the whole thing and decipher it as well too. Anywho, so nice means foolish, ignorant, and frivolous, senseless, careless, clumsy, weak, poor, needy, simple, stupid. That's the etymology of the word nice. Let me repeat it. Foolish, ignorant, frivolous, senseless, careless, clumsy, weak, poor, needy, simple, stupid, silly, foolish, ignorant, unaware. And this person, this is exactly how this person came into your life. They came in very nice, very ignorant. Now, you were nice at one point in time. You were. Like I keep mentioning to you guys, there are two sides to everything. And you were very nice to this person, but you weren't aware of the true meaning of the word nice. Now you're in a space of being kind, meaning that you have strong boundaries and you're able to balance out both your dark and your light sides. And you know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. That makes sense? Now with this person here, yes, they saw your niceness, but behind your niceness was more so the kindness of your heart, or you operate more from a kinder space or a kindness space of things. So they came in as nice and they actually lived up to the actual name or the definition. You know, they are, number one, very distorted, foolish, ignorant, etc., here. And this is what they slowly started to show you through the hard work. So hard work was upright at one point in time, but now it's in reverse here. So they can't work as hard as they can to stay out of this space. It's like the more harder they work, the more this was shown. The more harder they try to be you and emulate you and mimic you, the more this was shown. The more their falseness or the falsehood of who they truly were being shown. That's why things change, or this is why things have shifted. It shifted because you had to see them in this way. You had to. It was very important to your growth. It is very important to your growth to ensure that you see people truly for who they are. It's imperative, to be honest. It's important, yes, but it's more so of urgency, of imperativeness. You really must, you really got to be around, be aware of your surroundings. It's a must. So things happen in a way where they must show you a certain type of thing or action or step that they took towards you. Every time they did that, it's like they stripped themselves of their, we'll say their mask or their falseness. They stripped it. The harder they work, the more they lost. Because they were trying to prove a point to you that they were not a false person, but they were all the time. Remember, think of energy as such, right? Think of it as a battery. Energy is a battery. And if you're constantly keep putting or adding energy into this thing and you're using it all down, eventually you're not going to have any energy left. So that's what's happening here. Since they don't have the energy to keep up with you, they can't work on it anymore. They can't fix the situation at hand. They have slowed down. They have completely stopped. They're in a stagnant space. They're now still, if that makes sense. And that's why the changes are happening. Things had to happen to where you had to be still and also they had to be still. But again, it could be spun in many different ways. Your stillness represents you being aware of the messages that are coming through. Their stillness represents more so that they were caught, or more so that they were stuck in the reason why, from what they have done towards other people, if that makes sense. So stillness was required on both ends, but they both had different outcomes. Thank you. All right, what else? Unexpected income. The more they work at trying to take from you financially is the more it changed, or the more it changed in their reality and more it changed in their world, or the more that they lost. So at the end of it all, yeah, you may have lost a couple of things, but those are things that weren't required for you to be a part of this new era, this new space or new timeline in your life. The more they work hard at trying to destroy you is the more that they lost. And I don't know if they recognize this yet. Soon they will. I don't know if they do now. But they're coming to a realization, or soon to come to a realization here, that what they have done towards you was the worst thing that they could have done to themselves. It really is. Their life is being very critiqued or scrutinized very, very, very closely. Very closely. And the more scrutiny that they feel, the more changes are occurring. Just because someone likes to see other people in the spotlight of things doesn't mean that they would be ready to handle the type of spotlight that comes back to them. Remember, when they're asking for things, they just ask for things and they just expect for that thing that they ask for to just kind of like manifest through or come through. But in this instance here, surrounding the manifestation in regards to what they wanted for you, but also for themselves, is shifted in a way to where the false person or the falseness of them was being shown for everyone to see. And while they're sitting there trying to figure out what's what, life is resuming for you, like business as usual. So they feel some type of way because it kind of feels like, it's like you're leaving them up and hanging. You're leaving them in a hangman state. Someone's name is Hector, Harold Poughkeepsie. Good morning. What do you mean after there? What do you mean? Tell me about the false person. Unsent messages. They're trying to retract what they stated. They're trying to delete what was stated. They're trying to regress back on what was spoken. They're trying to find their words to make it make sense, because the things that they're saying is very nonsensical, or is coming off as very nonsensical. So there are a lot of unsent messages, but again, that could be spun in many different ways in regards to how people are receiving them. And people are not receiving them well. Somebody could be a Scorpio, or you may have placements in your 8th house, in your birth chart. Somebody could be born in September, or somebody could be watching 227. We have unexpected income and evil eye. They know that you are a manifester, like you can manifest pretty well. Not good, well. And they knew this. And they started to, we'll say, evil eye your blessings. That's why they wanted you to stay in chaos. Someone's from Kensington. I believe that's in England. I know there's a Kensington in Philly, but I'm hearing overseas. I believe that's in England. Y'all help me. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I'm hearing Kensington. So Wilmer, Wilmar, Wilmar, Willoughby. Someone's name is Willoughby. We have salty and toil and labor. So since they can't work hard at this, now they feel very salty. They can't move forward. They feel stuck. They feel very heavy with guilt. Someone's name is Brenson. Bren, B-R-E-N. Someone's name could be Bren or Ren. Renson, W-R-E-N-S-O-N. Ronson, R-O-N-S-O-N. A lot of names today. Okay. Tell me about the change. It's poetic justice. Baby. The change is poetic justice for you and for them. Man, people are getting a wake-up call this year not to be fucking with people. Especially the ones who keep thinking that they're not going to get caught. Man, I'm telling you, with the eye of the storm, they're going to be singing a whole different tune. They're not going to be able to handle this. They're not. Eye of the storm, main subject of public disagreement. Yeah, they're not going to be able to handle this. It's super bad. Damn. Someone could be born in October, September, 8th month is August. Someone could be 8 years old. You may have an 8-year-old child. This could be happening for 8 years. Someone could be 27. You may have a 27-year-old. This could be happening for 27 years. This fell on the floor. This fell on the floor. Secret life, unresponsive, obstructing. And then burnt out. As I mentioned, I've mentioned it before. I said in regards to the more they worked hard in trying to destroy you, the more they burnt themselves out. And they really did. They hate that you didn't return to their drama. You left them where they needed to be, in the drama that they curated or generated. Now they're surrounded by all the drama that they have created. They're burnt out and they don't even have the energy or the time to get out of the same drama that they created. So the secret life that they thought that they had, meaning the secrecies of trying to blindside you or the secrecies of trying to cause some form of a mishap or, a stagnancy in your life, take it how it resonates here, it became unresponsive or they became unresponsive. It's like, put it this way, it's like a glitch within the mind or their mind. Like the Matrix. Y'all saw the movie The Matrix, right? When they can go through different scenes of the movie. That's what it feels like, that their mind is glitching because of the changes that are being made or shifted into. So they're still operating from an old point of view or old paradigm of things. And that paradigm or that older point of view of things needs to be upgraded. And they don't know how to upgrade. Remember, they're trying to mimic you or they're trying to be like you. by trying to emulate you. My bad. And because they could not keep up with that, they burnt out. And you were able to move forward. Business as usual, because this is something that you've always embodied. When you fall down, you get back up. You don't stay down. When they fall down, they fall, oh my God, and my this and they got to make a whole big everything about it. You do what you need to do. You fall down. You cry about it for a couple days, minutes, whatever, a quick something. And then you get back up and you're doing what you need to do. Or you're taking your time, or you're finding your time or your space to where when you do fall down, you take time to ensure that you learn all the lessons that you can learn from that situation. So that way you don't have to go through it again. So basically it's like you're moving forward in your point of view or the life lessons that you have learned. Thank you. You're learning to more so like take it easy, but also make sure that none of the lessons are missed as you're moving forward. Because once you close that door to the past, or once you close what's, behind you, you're not ever opening back up again. I think that's the poetic justice for you. For real. It's like finally learning the lessons exactly how you need to learn it, or how you received it, and it's putting you in a space of you receiving poetic justice. Yeah. That's why this false person was evil eyeing your income or your success. Your income could be your emotional income. That's a thing. It could be your spiritual income, your physical income, your financial income, your mental income. You know what I mean? They wanted to take as much as they can from you, or more so they wanted to, we'll just say, project onto you in an evil way. Unexpected income comes from many different ways, not just financially. I get that, but life is financials, yes, but it's more to life besides financials. You can't forget your spiritual space. Don't forget your mental space. Do not forget your emotional space. Don't forget your physical space too. You can't forget about all those other parts and just focus on that. Focus on money. If that makes sense, everything is just as important as the next. And if you're able to put all that together, well, then you're going to be able to continue moving forward, business as usual. So they started something that they did not have the outcome or the answers for the outcome. They didn't have a plan for this outcome, but they created it. Man, make it make sense. This is why they hate that you didn't return to their drama. They hate that you didn't return to their drama because they're burnt out. They hate that you didn't return to their drama because they're in the eye of the storm. They hate that you didn't return to their drama because people are seeing this was their secret life. This was their secret life. This was. And it started to glitch. You're like, wait, what the hell was that? Oh, shit. Dang, did you see how they look when you said such and such? Now they face glitching. And you say something like, hey, I just bought a new car, friend. Or, I just bought a new car, Karmic. What year is it? Oh, it's a 05. 04. We in 2026. Okay, and you know what I mean? That kind of way. Your face glitched when your good news arrived. when your unexpected income of self arrived, when you arrived, the emotional parts of you arrived. Now you're fully 100% sound or getting there, or soon to get there. But you're in a space where you're in a balance of your emotions. That's excellent. Same thing with physical. Maybe you started going to the gym or walking more or doing Pilates or yoga, or whoever, however, calisthenics, okay? Take it how it resonates. You're doing something differently and it's starting to show. There's a balance there. So every other part of your life started to show up. That's the unexpected income, or that's the income. That makes sense? Many different parts of you started to do what it was supposed to do. And they saw that and they began to glitch. Their face, their hand movements, their gestures towards you, maybe backhanded compliments, you know, things of that nature. And you're looking like, okay. No problem. You know, you just kind of watch them quiet, like, okay, let me see what you're going to do, little gangster. And little gangster did. It gave all that it could. It sure did. But too much to the point where now you see them like this. People who have secrets are going to assume the same that you do. And for the ones that assume, they're going to make an ass out of themselves. That's true facts. The ones that assume that you have a secret life, because we know they do. Look at how they're acting. Look at how they are acting, okay? So we know they got a secret life without them even having to say anything to us. You just peeping it like. And they thought you had a secret life, or they thought that you were false in some ways. So they pushed and they pushed and they pushed until it was finally exposed. And when it was exposed, not only did it not burn you out, you was able to move forward as usual. Creating chaos, creating fire, but they can't put it out. Could be a fire sign you're dealing with. You could be the fire sign, or they could be the fire sign. But they just want this fire to end. They want this inferno to cool off. Ain't that something? Why? Because you're not in the drama. Because you're not there. And the drama only worked when you were there. Going back to my question. Do you understand how much relevance you have? Do you understand? Huh? Do you understand how much relevance you bring towards irrelevant individuals? Do you understand? This is irrelevant. Yes, it is. This is very irrelevant. And they know this. They know that people ain't gonna really rock with this like that, if that makes sense. And when I say it like that, meaning they're lying to cause harm, or they're lying to cause hurt, things of this nature here. They're coming off as if they are a kind person, but they're really, really evil-spirited or just dark-spirited in nature. So they're gonna do everything possible to keep that hidden. And they went overboard because, yet again, they assumed. And when someone assumes, they're going to go above and beyond to ensure that the assumption that they have about you is true. They have to make sure that that assumption is true. So they're going to give it full throttle. Yes, they are. Oh, I won't prove it. Okay, let them. Please. By all means, go ahead. Because now they're in a space here where they have to unsend the messages. It could be physical messages, It could be text messages. It could be actual voice messages or them speaking, you know. It's many different types of messages, of course. Now they're trying to delete or unsend it by or to the people that they spoke to, and it's not working. Somebody gonna be in a lot of trouble with court. Yep. Yeah. Damn. I'm gonna keep saying it. It don't. Well, it do. But it truly don't pay to be mean-spirited. It do, but it don't. It don't pay to be mean-spirited, because that comes with a hefty price or a hefty cost that a lot of people cannot pay for. They can't pay for the hate that they project, which is crazy. How you can't pay for what you putting out? You putting that out, so you can't pay for that? That don't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. But we have bad review and a danger to themselves. Everywhere they go, they're getting a bad review in life. In the eye of the storm of the poetic justice. Look, 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 look. They're in the eye of the storm of the poetic justice. There's no more secret life. Secret what? And the only thing they can do left is, oh my God, that's not true. No, you gotta believe me. Oh my God, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Now they're here. It's the only spot left. And this is not even working. So this is not working. This is. They do these things to protect themselves from self. They do harmful things to others to protect themselves from self. Let me repeat that. They do harmful things to other people to protect themselves from self. And since you weren't there protecting them from what they were doing to you, and you step aside, now they're hitting themselves. If that makes sense. Now they're in a space of pain that they never saw coming. If that makes sense. So, oh my God, woe is me. Oh God, woe is me, woe is me. Woe is me, oh no, and such fault. And no, and then da-da-da-da. And da-da-da, and blah, 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 blah. Yip, yip, yap, yap. Now they're just squawking and squawking and squawking and squawking. Because they realize that since they can no longer, the victim mentality was hiding that they're truly a danger to themselves. Yes. This was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Once this was broken, now this came out. That's the truth. That's the mechanics behind this person, is that they're a danger to themselves. Where's my false? I'll even spin it like this. This is the top of their who they are. This is the we're speaking about the mechanical part or the psychological part of this person, right? This is the first initial, we'll say, interaction that you will see when you connect with them. The false person, meaning the false mask, which you see perception-wise. You're thinking that you can trust this person. You're thinking that you can, hang out with them, whatever. Take how it resonates, okay? After the false person, no, I take that back. Hold on. Give me 1 second, because I'm going to build this up real cute. Something cute, okay? This one is last, and then it is right here. Okay. Perfect. All right, now we got it. So we're going to break this down. This is this. This is the mechanical part, or how you can see when someone has a very, we'll say, negative spirit or just negative in nature, okay? So when you first meet someone, take it how it resonates. You don't know anything about them and you're trying to get to learn this person, or you're open to learning this person. First thing, if a sign to see that if a person is kind of, you may have to watch it with the watchful eye, is a secret life. Now, the secret life here represents that they can fix up how they want people to perceive them. So you have secret life and you have false person. All right, this is the perception as to how they want you to view them or how they want you to see them. Now, things, we're going to fast forward, of course, something happened to where they became salty. Salty by what you stated, salty by what you did, salty by what you did not do. Something happened in the dynamic that shifted their falseness into being the actual real thing. Because again, this secret life has some kind of like a mirror here. See, there's like a double space. There's a mirror in between, and then there's a other environment behind. So you're getting two sides to this person, or two different point of views from this person. The inside here, figuratively speaking, of this person was dark. The outside of them was more so of light. So they would tend to kind of like flip between to see which one best suits them at the time. Anywho, hopefully that makes sense. And that's metaphorically speaking. So with that being said, so something happened where they became very salty, bitter, angry. They were jealous of you, resentful, things of that nature, to where that anger, that angriness, that bitterness, that being very agitated and jealousy started to burn them out beyond measures. They started to change. They started to shift. Maybe their attire started to shift. Maybe, their, we'll say, their upkeep or their hygiene may have started to slip. Maybe the words that they may have spoke to you may have started to sound, not too, like it didn't make sense. It sounds very incoherent, right? And these are the steps. So they're in the burnt out phase now. And they can no longer hold up this secret life or this so-called truthful person that they keep claiming that they are. So then they become very unresponsive. Yeah, because you saw something and something happened to where you made them felt very salty. Hey, it is what it is. They got salty by you. They did. They were very bitter with you and very angry with you. So they became very unresponsive. You may have tried to reach out to them. Hey, you okay? You doing okay? And just the whole energy just started to shift. So now things are happening to where they're trying to victim mentality. So they pulled away from you or you pulled away from them, but there is some form of a disconnect here. Maybe you move forward with life, or you move forward with life and they did not. And it made it kind of seem like that you were at fault here. So now they're in this victim mentality space. And now that things are not working out in the way that they anticipate, they're trying to unsend the messages because they thought that you were going to fall in line with arguing back and forth with them. Some people feel that arguing with them or showing them some form of a negative reaction towards them means that you love them or you lust them, okay? With that being said, then you have endangered to self, which is the poetic justice. So now they're in a space because they're in the eye of the storm. And now they're in a space where they're becoming an endangered to self, which will be poetic justice. You know how many layers that was? I didn't count it. That had to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about maybe 8 to 10 layers just to get to the core of who they are. And all of that stemmed from saltiness or bitterness or jealousy. They couldn't hide it. They could not hide their jealousy or envy for you. That's why I was showing it that way. That's why they glitched. Isn't that poetic justice? Yeah, isn't it? You finally see that filth for what it is. For what it is. Yes. For what it is. Because you're dealing with an it. This is an it. Yeah. So when you considered it as such, it got mad. and try to give you bad reviews about your life. Okay, whatever, heifer. And by them doing that, the secret life keeps coming out. Oh, the secret life keeps coming out in regards to who they are. The falseness, the trueness is their falseness. Now it's starting to come out. Now do you understand when I say just let people be? Let them heifers be. Let them be. Let them say whatever the hell they want to say. We don't give a damn. Let them say it. Let them say it. Let them do it. And they did. And it brought forth changes that put them back into a space of being unresponsive. Not so. It put them back into a space of them being unresponsive, because now they're in the eye of the storm and they have to unsend, delete, alter, shift. The words that they spoke, the words that they wrote, the text messages that they sent, hell, emails that they sent, DMs that they sent, whatever. Now they have to renege on the messages that they sent out in the first place. All because of jealousy and envy and being salty. Ain't that something? Man, ain't that something, child? I swear. Oh, goodness gracious. What else? Somebody's name is Buddy. Someone loves banana nut bread. Yeah, man, get the hell up out of here, child. We got broken thinking and lazy. Hold on, let me verify on TikTok. All right. Lazy, broken thinking. So we have it doesn't matter, lazy, broken. I'm sorry, lazy, broken thinking, and it doesn't matter. And this is what they were telling people. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but it do matter. It do matter because this came out of them or from them. It do matter. Because if it did not matter, they would not be in this predicament. They would not be in this situation. So clearly, it do matter to them. That's what brought forth the change. That's what brought forth the change. That even they couldn't see coming. But like I said, they had gifts as well, but they utilized their gift in a negative way that even they couldn't see this coming. Checkmate. Wow. So we have Russian roulette and foreclosure. They played Russian roulette with their chaos. I'll put it that way. They played Russian roulette with their chaos. And now they have to foreclose. It could be a literal thing. Someone actually is foreclosing on their home. Someone's losing their home, or their home is being, foreclosed, repossessed. Foreclosure in this instance here can also be, so it says loss of control or stability. It can also be of themselves as well too. Yep, they played Russian roulette with their chaos. They said it didn't matter, but it truly did. Because we all know here that when someone may have done something to us, we had to come to a point where we could not allow it to affect us. Because if it did, then it would matter. And if something matters to you, you're going to do something about something to make sure that it remains to be mattered, whatever it is. So it did matter. It may not have mattered to you, if that makes sense. Eventually, you could be in a space of indifference. But for them, they the one that kept saying it didn't matter when it did all the time. That's why they're here now. Because of the change of them saying that it did not. Okay. You just let them be. All right, it don't matter. It don't matter. It do. No, it don't. Why are you yelling? Okay, why are you yelling? It don't matter, but you're yelling. It don't matter, but you're becoming unresponsive in a negative way. And I said, not you, the karmic. Yeah, somebody's going to be homeless. Someone's going to be homeless, for real. And that's the highlight of conversation. Someone cannot pay their bill. Let's say mortgage. So take it how it resonates. Someone can't pay their mortgage bill. They're struggling. And everyone knows. Someone's born in September or October. We have underdog. Hey, revelation. We have underdog here. They thought you was a little dog, y'all. They thought you was a little dog, y'all. Limited edition. Yeah, you're limited. You definitely are. No, I put it this way. You're a limited edition. You are. You're one of a kind. You're rare. That's what I meant to say. You are limitless, limited edition. There we go. They wanted chaos to surround your neck. They wanted your reactions to feed their authority. They wanted your defense to keep their accusations alive. They wanted every argument that you ever gave to them to make sure that you are able to be successfully pulled back into the area or space that they controlled. And you said no. They assumed you had a secret life. Why don't you want to be in chaos? Why don't you want to be in arguments? Why don't you want to be in drama? This is how they're perceiving you. Well, why you don't want to argue? Why you don't want to fight? And they may not verbatim say that, but some action that they take shows you that's what they mean, if that makes sense. They may try to push up on you. They may try to provoke you. They're going to do something to get you into that chaotic space. Remember, they do things, we'll say, privately or silently. They'll do everything to make sure that they kind of keep their hands to themselves unless something happens to where they're in a space of feeling very salty, because the saltiness is what triggered them into the true parts of them, which is the falseness of them. That's the falseness. That's the trueness of them, the falseness. And no one has ever been able to do that but you. You're the only one successfully. Not only did you see their falsehoods, other people are finally seeing it. And that there is a blow to the chest that they can't come back from. That's why they're going above and beyond to cause something, to do something. And it's like, yeah, that ain't gonna work, little dog. It's just not. It's just not gonna work. Somebody's having a baby. Oh, okay. Congratulations. Somebody having a baby. Okay. This is a special baby. You may not know you're pregnant. It's going to come as a shocker, but it's a full, healthy baby. I heard for the collective. I heard for the, yeah, that's for the collective. Whoever that is, okay, I'll be the auntie if you let me. had that baby laughing every day. Hey, boo, I stank a butt. Hey, stick a book of woonkas. Yeah, we got the golden child, for favorite one in the family. Idolized by parents. The golden child. This person could have been the golden child, because this do give golden child energy, child. Favorite one in the family, idolized by parents, seen as the perfect child. Yeah, so this could be a sibling you're dealing with. Or your child's getting a sibling. I keep hearing that your child's getting a sibling. Your child's getting a sibling. Somebody pregnant? You don't know that you're pregnant? Going back to this golden child here. Yeah, somebody don't know. And it's going to shock you? Like, really shock you? Okay. We have pirate. And what is this? High value. Golden child. Pirate? Oh, okay. Okay. So this is for family, or you were dealing with family at one point in time. So the golden child within your family, you could be firstborn, or you could be maybe thirdborn, it could be fifthborn, where something like that with the numbers 1, 3, 5. So you could be the first child, the third child, or the fifth child. But again, take it how it resonates. And I say that here is because that middle child, either the second child or the fourth child, was considered the golden child, and they always pirated or take things from you. So we also have high value. The family saw this golden child as such, the high value child. And whatever the golden child or the high valued golden child stated, you were more so at the end, like more so disowned. Or this golden child energy may have disowned you. It could be sibling, it could be a friend too. Because I've had experiences where I had to cut some people off when they were with their siblings, and they also had that same dynamic, but also it's still in the friends too. So you want to take that how that resonates. So it could be a sibling, it could be a friend. Because it's like, if they could do that to a sibling, they can do that to a friend, if that makes sense. So like the friend is not exempt. But either way, you may have felt disowned by a family dynamic or by a friend, however it resonates. Or a friend may have wanted you to feel disowned by them, and you did not, and the same for family too. So everybody wanted something different, or the outcome to be a certain way, and it didn't end up in the way that they thought it was going to be. They wanted you to feel disowned by them. You don't, or if you do, you should not. And I'm explaining why. Disown means feeling rejected and abandoned. Wounds about belonging, identity, and worthiness. Shadow healing. So if a person ever puts you in a position where they think that they can successfully get you to feel disowned by them, don't. Look at them as a form of rejection. And rejection is redirection. So if they feel like that they can toss you to the side, or they feel like that they can kind of just set you aside and just kind of leave you there, shit, that's a blessing in disguise, to be honest. I look at it as that they could not keep up with you. So they disowned you or abandoned you. When someone doesn't have time for something, someplace, or someone, they're just going to let it go. That could be spun in many different ways. You did that, they did that. They let you go because they couldn't keep up with you. That's the truth. They can't keep up with you. Come on. And you also did the same thing, but in a different way. You let it go because it's like, ain't nothing here anymore. I mean, shit. You became indifferent to the situation, so you let it go. Both sides use the word disowned or use, that makes sense. So they didn't do anything because you don't feel disowned by them. You should not. If you do. But this golden child energy, either sibling or friend here, thought that they can do this towards you, thought that they can get you to feel like that you feel disowned by them. And you're like, man, I'm so glad this person left. You don't care. And that could be, oh, okay. That's where the salty's coming from. The walk-away partner syndrome. Yes. When you walked away or disconnected, yes, that's where the saltiness energy started to come in. We also have body count and infatuation. This person has a lot of people that they do this to. It don't have to be sexually, even though it could be, but it don't have to be. It could just be that they had a lot of people around them that they were infatuated by, that they can pirate from or take from. It's like they were infatuated with just destroying people or keeping people in dramatic spaces or chaotic spaces. That's what they tried. They always trying shit, man. Oh, man. Yeah, living rent-free. You're living rent-free in this person's head. Yeah. You glitched them. You shifted something in them. You did. Again, they assumed your private life was a secret life. They thought you had a secret like them. And they had to do everything possible to ensure that they get to your secret first before you get to theirs. You weren't even trying to get to their secret. They done gave it to you. Again, people are going to give you the blueprint as to who they are. And they did. You wasn't looking for it because that wasn't your type time. You weren't looking for it. You don't live in secrecy. Privacy, big difference. They just, no, the collective living in secrecy. Okay, whatever. Go ahead. Okay, whatever. And they did everything clawed at your private life, but no secret life. Now they're trying to use your private life to others as if it was a secret, but it wasn't. Now you understand why it shouldn't affect you in a way that they wanted or thought or anticipated or hell, even assumed. Oh my God. Well, I'm going to talk about your private life. Okay, who cares? Who cares? Do it. It's not a big deal. God damn. When they do this in private, yeah, and I knew that was a secret, and it wasn't a damn secret because when they even if they said something to you and they were like, yeah, I heard such and such, yeah, okay, whatever. What else you heard? Oh, that's not a secret. It's private. Like, what the hell is the difference between privacy and secrecy? I'm gonna keep saying that. Day to day, hey boo, now you back, boo. We got mental health issues. Now they sound like Reptar, which is crazy. They just won't leave well alone. I just know it. They don't know nothing. They don't know a goddamn thing. Clearly, that's why they acting like that. Yeah. They don't know anything about you. That's why they falling down, child. We have case of the ex and mental health issues. Like, make it make sense. Because they ain't making sense, y'all. Shit. I'm going to keep you stuck here forever. You'll never find anybody like me. Good. Good. Anytime somebody say that to you, baby, you hit the jackpot. Yes, you are so right. I will never find somebody like you. I will make sure I never ever cross paths with another liking like you. Absolutely deceitful. Absolutely. We ain't playing with no deceitful people. Hell nah. Because over time, when you're subjected to deceitful things and activities, you become desensitized. And no, you need your feelings. I know that may sound cliche. It may sound really, honestly, truthfully speaking, spiritually speaking, you need your emotions. You do. It helps you to get out and keep out of sticky situations. You need your emotions. You need to know when you are happy, you need to feel that. Okay, is this a good space for me to be in? I feel happy. Yes, that's the indicator that your emotions are working well. So that way you can stay safe, if that makes sense. Are you sad? Yeah, I'm feeling a little sad. Okay, could it be the environment that you're in? Could, you know what I mean? You need your feelings out here. Okay, you do. Yeah, it says soul's best interest. That's your soul's best interest. One of it is to feel what's going on. They don't know how to do anything like that. So they try to make it their mission statement to drill being deceitful is the right way to go. And hey, everybody got different point of views. For me, hell nah. Hell nah. Yeah, they got divine calling here. Some people think it's their calling to cause harm to others, which is crazy. Some people think that they're so much bigger than you because they only know a little bit of you or about you. They think that they are completely above you because they found out something about you. Again, they think your privacy is secrecy. It's not. So they use your privacy and flip it around or flip it in a way that they show to people that it was a secret, and it was not. They're like, okay, who cares? Yeah, such and such said, okay. Like, what the hell? So now they're in the eye of the storm because they can't take back what was stated. That's not your fault. That's why it's important to ensure that if you do tell something about yourself to someone, make sure that you're comfortable with whatever you're saying, because sometimes, hey, we don't know everybody. Sometimes it may, or they may try to, turn it around where it can bite you in the ass, if that makes sense. They tried to hit you in your vulnerabilities. Again, they thought your privacy was their vulnerabilities. And maybe it could be for some, maybe not. Take it how it resonates. They thought they hit gold, liquid gold, by learning a little bit of your privacy. Okay. All they showed you is that they invaded it. That's all they showed you. That's all they did. So joke's on them. Do you understand your relevance? Let me drink my tea. Do you understand your relevance? They abandoned you because they couldn't handle you. That's the truth. You too much. Your truth is too much. Why you gotta say it like that? Oh, you think you this? For telling truth? Didn't they want the damn truth? How the hell they want you to deliver it to them? So now they're utilizing your truth and trying to spread it like lies. Your privacy of your life is the truth of your life, not the secrecy, because you don't have secrecy. Well, I'm just going to tell them what you did. Tell them. Who gives a damn? Okay. Shit. So now they playing truth or dare with your privacy. Okay, do it. And they did. Now they're in the space that they can't get out of. Oh well, checkmate. That's on them. Checkmate. I'm so I am so done. You. That is funny. Oh man. That's funny. Oh man. Oh, that's so dope. Thank you, Spirit. Oh man. All right, let's see. That's funny. Tariff wars, intense economic conflicts and power struggles. Obstacles and restrictions that impede on flow of creativity. Yeah, so this person was trying to put you in an energetic war. They were trying to put a tariff on your energy or your energetic space by spreading lies because they felt like that you were doing better or you were doing much more than them. And it was showing them up in the space where, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your energy was showing up in a space that they could not handle. Yeah, they couldn't handle it. So again, they thought you had secrets. They found out a little bit of your privacy. It's not that serious. And they used that as a form of secrecy. I got a secret about the collective and said that, and it's not that serious because the way they tried to use your privacy is that your privacy was your secrecy, but it was a one big lie, basically. They're basically saying that the things that you do privately is a lie or it's not true, because this is why truth or dare is here, and also the ego is here. So the ego pushed them far because of them being very salty in regards to who you are. Yep. Yeah, low vibrational, which is what they were. You told them about themselves. And they, how dare you tell me about myself? And how dare you do that? Shut the hell up, Halffoot. Shit, shut up. What you gonna do, Karmic? Not a damn thing. Shut the hell up. You ain't gonna do shit, boo. Shut up. Yeah, so you overlook them. You hear them squawk and you just overlook like, okay, whatever. And you just went on with your life, child. And that made them, ooh, I hate those musky rabbits. Yosemite Sam ass. Out here sound like a Yosemite Sam. Oh, I hate that rabbit. We got dark energy, yeah. Now you saw the dark energy. How you needed to see it. That little heifer stressed out. That little stinking heifer. We have a Virgo here. Could be a divine feminine. You could be the Virgo. Take a high rest states, or you could be dealing with a Virgo that's heartbroken. Sun, moon, rising, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury. Suffering in silence, financial failure. Untrustworthy, fake empress. Sad. Praying is in reverse. Sagittarius, take our residence. The Sagittarius could be praying. We have transitioners here. There's some sudden changes happening. Ain't good. It ain't good. Feared, you're scared, you're scared. Baby. It doesn't pay to be evil. But if a person decides to be evil, baby, literally there's hell to pay. Literally. They have to pay with hell, if that makes sense. They have to pay with mental turmoil, angst, and anguish, and all these other things. Just from feeling salty. Just for feeling and being jealous, being envious, being hateful. I don't get it. I never will. And now they can't get out of it. They're trying to. But their reputation is toast. It's done. They're in the eye of the storm. Capricorn. That's crazy. Gemini. Leo. Virgo. Capricorn. Libra. Cancer. Gemini. Scorpio. Leo. If that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for being here. It is truly appreciated. Thank you for all the tips, the donations, the shares. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to grab this copy of this book here, Wisdom Beyond Wounds. Readily available for purchase on Amazon.com. And also, if you would like to join us in the Wisdom Beyond Wounds group on Facebook, you're more than welcome to. This is where we dive deeper surrounding your shadows. Yes. Is it triggering? Yes, it is. Is it in a disrespectful way? No, it's not. The group was created to help you to see where you can be actually stuck, because you don't want to be stuck when you're trying to be successful in whatever it is that you're trying to do. So definitely check out that group, Wisdom Beyond Wounds, on Facebook. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all go out there and be freaking great, be freaking phenomenal, because that's what you owe to yourself. Again, you are here to thrive and not survive. Okay? Love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. Arrivederci.